So recently in Tathastu, we have introduced psychological analysis. So because most of the time when the student gives interview, they don't even understand their own personality, whether they are introvert, whether they are extrovert, what insecurities they are having. So I myself believe that like SSB, it evaluates you on your psychology.
Yes.
Why can't we have something in UPSC also for this?
We should have it. We should have it. And especially for the IS officers. I'll tell you why. Because IS officers occupy leadership positions right from the beginning. As a subdivision magistrate, you are a leader of that subdivision. And a leader cannot succeed if he doesn't have the right attitude. All this debate about making IS officers experts is wrong. We should get people to get the right attitude. Expertise can be outsourced, attitude cannot be outsourced.
Cannot be, absolutely.
Attitude will need to be developed. So, right from the beginning, right from entrance, there should be some aptitude test, there should be an attitude assessment, and then only you should select an officer. And then during training, there are tools today available to train officers to become positive. I don't think Mussoorie also attempts to teach you a lot.
Can you teach that attitude?
No, it can't be. So what do you do? I mean, I can straight away say, first is to demonstrate to the officers that a positive attitude helps. I have always believed that until and unless person who's being told to do something realizes the value of what he's being told, he will not adopt it. Then he may learn it, but not adopt. He has to understand clearly that a positive attitude helps in his career and helps everyone around. And this can be done by exposing such individuals to those officers who have had a positive attitude and done well in life. If they do that, they will see success in front of them. They would then become their role models, and then they will try and emulate. They will make an effort to have a positive attitude because they will start believing that positive attitude pays because they see an epitome of positive attitude in front of them. So that is what Academy really needs to do. Get hold of bureaucrats who are positive in their domain, in their approach, and that they have succeeded. It's very important. Ethical and positive attitude. Such civil servants are indeed available. But
we need to create a system for that. We need to create a... So, and it is also said that, you become very close to the 5 people you interact with. And if somehow young civil servants are interacting with the negativity around themselves, they are interacting with the people who are telling them, oh, being honest is not that good. Or, your ethical choices may have costs, but the otherwise not. So, so there needs to be a system in place.
Yes.
Where that positive...
But it can be done. I mean, I'm convinced about it.
Can be, sir. It can be. I think the word needs to get out that there is a requirement of such system. This is as an education secretary also. But there are a lot of things that UPSC examination pattern is I think it's lacking somewhere, because even after taking 3 stages of examination, still the people sometimes that enter the services may not be most suited for the job.
I have written about it. I have said that this needs to be reworked out totally. Because to me, for a civil servant, attitude is the most important part. Not as much as expertise. If you have the right attitude, you develop that expertise. So this assessment of the attitude has to commence right from the entry point. But making an assessment of attitude requires a longer time and a different technique as compared to what UPSC is doing now. Right now, they're asking them to answer questions in 3 hours. Which is very good, which should be done because such skills are to be tested. Very fine. Interview for 25 minutes, you can hardly gauge what's going on. It has to be longer, especially for the IAS who occupy leadership positions. I think their attitude, they can destroy a department. They do destroy a department, a negative man. So you test that attitude. Now, I'm not very sure whether 20 years ago such tools existed. Today, you have tools to make an assessment of the attitude of an individual, not by taking an ethics paper, but in a different way of group discussions. It can be done. It will become a bit subjective, but so be it. You will then stand to be corrected in about 80% of the cases. 20% may still be wrong. But today, I'm not very sure we have 80% officers with positive attitude getting elected or getting selected. So my suggestion would be, this has to be reworked totally, not merely in terms of recruitment, in terms of training as well. The training that is imparted in the academy, I mean, I shouldn't say much about it, but they're very experts sitting there. But the focus on making them experts officers, I don't go with it. They should be given different sort of inputs to reinforce the fact that positive attitude helps. Time and again, get hold of people who've done well as officers or in their personal careers and the attitude that they had, so that the officers feel convinced that attitude is extremely, extremely important. And what sort of attitude? So these things need to be conveyed. I shouldn't use the word taught, because attitude cannot be taught, but it has to be conveyed and imbibed by the officers there. Again, there are tools available for that. Those tools should be used.
Absolutely, because if a normal person in educational excellence, they go, but they are not with good attitude, it's okay. But as a civil servant, as an IS officer,
There is serious problem.
serious problem. Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
It has been such a lovely interaction. And one last thing, sir, any message you would like to give the budding aspirants?
Enjoy the journey that you're incurring. Don't treat this journey for becoming a civil servant as a burden on your head. If you enjoy and smile and focus on what you got to do, you'll succeed.